I'm Jessica DeVaud-Hale, editor of OTC Beauty Magazine, and I am here today with the creators of Respected Roots, Jared Patterson and Jason Hawkins. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you for coming today. Guys, if you have not heard of their product line yet, you're going to want to. This beard line is unlike anything we've seen before, and it's causing a buzz with all the barbers and all the men out there. And these gentlemen are going to tell us all about their brand today. Let's get started with the basics. How did you two meet in the first place and get this Respected Roots going?
Interestingly enough, we met playing basketball here in Atlanta. So Jason is a stellar athlete. Believe it or not, I'm a stellar athlete. No, but we just met initially on the basketball court. Talked from there. Had a lot in common: business, personality, families, same kind of background, church background, same kind of values. So when you meet people like that, you tend to click with them, and you just go through this journey of life together. So.
That's beautiful. So how did this journey lead to this business interaction, though? Like, how did that come about?
Yeah, so he actually sort of inspired this line, what you have right here. I wanted to create a product for our beards, so really men's beards, because I wanted to grow a beard. If I don't grow a beard, I look like a baby. I have a big baby face. So I always wanted to have my beard, but my problem was it was always itchy. Mm-hmm. I would shave it off because it wasn't the texture that I wanted. It was too itchy, too dry. And we had our first product, which is the original scent, was a product that I made from all natural ingredients. The main ingredient being shea butter, just for me. I was the only one using the product, and I started giving it to my friends and family. Jason, he loved the product as well, and we both knew that we had something when our friends and family wanted that one beard conditioner product.
How many years ago was this, that this all took place?
2 years.
2 years. Okay, so you created a product pretty much for yourself, and you kind of shared with your friends and family. Jason got on board. When did you both decide that this is actually a true business venture that you two want to dedicate yourselves to and go into?
Almost immediately.
Right.
Yeah, the buzz was that strong. Our favorite word is clamoring, right? People were clamoring for the product. So, you got to give the people what they want. And, with his marketing vision for the product, my vision for always having a natural product line, because we had gotten to, from coming out of the 70s, coming out of the 80s, people wearing processed hair and just putting all kind of chemicals on their bodies. Well, now we're more, the phrase is woke, right? We're more conscious about what we're putting on our skin, what we're putting in our hair. So that's our whole thing. We want to create products that is as natural as possible. If there's no reason for a chemical, we won't have it in there. And he immediately saw the vision for this company to grow it to where we can make people feel like kings and queens. You see our product, our main colors are black and gold. These are these are done with attention to detail, I guess is what you can say.
Okay, guys, so I know that many beauty companies, for hair care brands, usually have a chemist behind it, or someone who has some kind of homemade background, but you guys have very unique educational backgrounds, right, that really aren't tied into the chemistry side of this, right?
Absolutely. So first off, we do have a chemist. The only difference with our company as opposed to other brands is we create what people are asking for with the natural ingredients, and we give that to a chemist to make sure that the ingredients that we naturally like are actually compatible with each other and that they do what they say that they're going to do. So I think that our company is unique because we sort of reverse engineer how traditional beauty products are put to market. What normally happens is a large beauty company, they guess what the people want. We're among the people all of the time. We're at our shows. They see us in the streets, barbershops, beauty salons. They tell us, and we take that and dissect what are they really saying. Create the product first. So we don't just put it to market first. We create a product first, sample it, give it to our cosmetic chemist, sample it, and then give it to the people. So I think that speaks to why people react to the product lines or the different products the way that they have is because they ask for it. Right?
And we all have been using shea butter and cocoa butter for years. My mom has been selling Avon since when she sold Avon in the early 80s. So our household has been familiar with vitamin E oil, grapeseed oil, tea tree oil. Those type of ingredients all of us are familiar with. It's just about putting the right formula together where it will benefit our skin, naturally. So that's what we came up with, our concept of how we done it. We went back and forth. Believe me, we it took us 2 years to handcraft our formulas. And then once we composed the formulas that we wanted to, we finalized it, we came together and said, hey, this is the best idea and concept that we think was going to work for us. And then we submitted it to make sure that everything was clinically done in a professional way.
Okay, so what was the very first product, the inaugural product for Respected Roots?
The very first one was our 2-ounce original beard conditioner. Jared created it. He came to me and he asked me, he said, OG, I want you to try something. What do you put in your beard? And I told him, I said, I like coconut oil. So I said, coconut oil, I would use it. And he said, well, try this. And he said, you always come in and you talking about the maintenance and stuff. So he didn't know I took it home and I used it for about a little bit over a month. And that was great feedback to him. And then we sat down, we talked about our partnership, what we could do. My educational background is business management, business entrepreneurship. I couple that with information systems management, so I'm a data guy. And with our passion for this industry, both of us have worn beards for years. I've worn one for 18 years. I was Navy, and we couldn't shave. So once I got out, there was 2 things that I said I never wanted to do again. I didn't want to work for anyone if I didn't have to, and I didn't want to shave if I didn't have to. So with that being said, we also knew we needed products that would help us with our skin. Because, as young boys growing up to be older men, we wasn't taught by our parents about moisturization. We was given Vaseline, put on our hands and our face and said, get outside. So it was basically created out of necessity.
So, I mean, when you started using the product, when you used it for a month or so, what were some of the changes you noticed with your own beard?
Believe it or not, I used to use it's a product that was a dye, coloring, coloring the beard. I used it for like 2 or 3 months, I guess, that transition period from early 30s, mid-30s to 40s, you kind of want to stay at that young age, so you want to color it a little bit. But what it did to my beard, it made my beard hard. The texture of my beard from using that dye. And the coconut oil that I was using after, it softened it a little bit, but it still wasn't getting it back to my original texture. Once I used the product that Jared initially created, what I noticed immediately is what it did for my skin. Because most of us guys, we all deal with the same issue. We have the itchiness from the dry skin underneath our hair. We also have the tingling in our beards as our beards get longer. We use our combs and our picks and we pulling hair out, snatching it. As well as the dandruff that we may have, what we call it beard drift, from our skin, skin flaking up underneath our hair. I didn't have any of that anymore after I used that product. No. And I have gray hair, so gray hair is typically stiff, it's coarse. It turned my hair very, very soft. And once I noticed that, I was like, when you have that aha moment, that's what I did. I had an aha moment, and I knew at that time we need to investigate a little bit further about the market and research the industry itself, and go from there. And that's what we did.
Okay. I know that there's a growing trend with men's grooming. There are a lot of products coming out now. A lot of bigger companies are putting these big brands out. I guess my question to you is, what do you feel that Respected Roots is bringing to the market that has not been there before? What void are you filling right now?
I sort of alluded to earlier that the trend is for men are becoming more conscious of what they're doing to themselves and to their bodies. Bigger companies are recognizing men are more conscious, and they're just hitting them with products, right? Oh, they're conscious now, let's give them this. Our approach, like I said, is the reverse. We know that they want products, but we ask them, hey, what do you guys want? And we are the guys. So it's not that big of a mystery, you know what I mean? What problems they have, I have them too. So to me, that's unique with the brand. We don't just act or react to something that's happened. We're active in the communities. So I would equate it to we're just creating the product for me first, right? And people who are like us. So it's very easy. It's no math to it. It's no algorithm. What works for me is probably going to work for him. Probably is going to work for his nephew, grandfather, uncle. So it's just very easy from that standpoint. And I think that's unique to us because, other brands, they don't really have that. They're not able to do that. Know what the people want and use the product. If I don't like it, I'm not going to put it out. If I like it, Jason doesn't like it, we're going to change it. So, and that goes through our whole line, our whole team that we have working with us. When everybody likes something, we go out with it, and we haven't had a failure yet, right, doing that. I don't see how you would.
That's awesome. And so with you starting off with the very first product, I know that you also have varying scents now for that product. So it's not just the original scent. You have 2 or 3 others, right?
Yeah, I'm going to grab one real quick because this is the original scent is my favorite. And if you would, I'm putting you on the spot a little. What do you think when you smell that? What kind of notes are it?
I mean, it has some citrusy notes to it. Anything.
Definitely a little citrusy.
Yeah.
It's not a secret recipe. I'm not gonna divulge what's in there.
But it's not overbearing, you know. Like I would imagine if you're like wearing cologne or something, it's not gonna it's not gonna clash, you know. It's nice though.
And I like what you said because that's why we have the varying scents. I would say our most fragrant is the tropical. I like this because I could wear my cologne on top of it. Some guys like to do oil, body oil, that kind of thing. Our royalty is probably the least fragrant. It's never going to clash with anything you wear. Our newest product is the unscented. That obviously isn't going to clash with anything at all. But we created different scents because everybody has a different taste. I like them all, so it gives me some variation throughout the week. I don't have to smell like original, 7 days a week, where I don't have to smell like the tropical. So that being everybody's scent is different, they like different smells. We're going to accommodate them, and that's another thing that came through. People ask for, hey, I like the original, but could you do something a little less fragrant? You got your royalty. I like the original and royalty, but I really don't smell it. I want something a little stronger. We got your tropical. So
you got everybody covered. Okay. Got everybody covered. All right. So, you've grown quite a bit, obviously, since that initial product. Now you have other products in your collection now. Tell me a little bit about the unisex body lotion that you all have. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Now, I'm going to credit a whole lot of the body butter to Jason. Because he was like, man, we have to have something for this. I'm going to go ahead and say it, the ashiness, man. We meet guys all the time.
I was one of them.
And if you look at you know the digits I'm talking about, right in between the thumb and the finger, and right in between that pinky, and I don't know why it's on the end. Exactly. I don't know why it's on the end of the hands. But this product right here, the body butter, it's got the men and women covered. And I'll let you talk. The women love, we were sort of taken back by how much the women love this over the men. But I'll let you expand on that, man. This is a great product.
Our body butter, we created it out of necessity as well. The darker, the deeper the melanin in your skin tone. I know with a lot of the lotions that I created, they're water-based products. And especially in little weather like we've been experiencing, our skin just soaks that up. And so, when you use lotion, you typically have to reapply it. You find yourself reapplying it after you wash your hands throughout the day. So we wanted a product that would give us that sheen, that would last all day, that would work perfect for people with melanin in their skin. And the body butter just came naturally to us. We like, hey, what can we do? We have the guys covered as far as with the skin and hair. But we want lotions, but when we usually ask our girls or our mothers or sisters for some type of moisturizer, it's gotten a little too scented now for us. More scents that the women love, and the guys kind of push away from that. So either we're not going to use anything, or to what we use what we stated earlier, Vaseline, and putting petroleum on your body all day, petroleum jelly like that all day is just not ideal for us. So the body butter came natural. We made it out of shea butter. Shea butter works great culturally for our skin. We infuse that with natural antiseptics and antibiotics such as the apricot oil, the grapeseed, vitamin E oil, which is very good for our skin. And it is our one of our top leading products. It's either our number 1 or 1A, depends on what week or what month it is. Because it is one of the 2 unisex products that we have. The ladies love it.
Can I try it?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. A little goes a long way.
Wow.
But-
I thought it was gonna be a little bit lighter, just almost like a whip, but it really is kind of got a nice coverage to it. And you don't look shiny. Like you ever see like when like Vaseline kind of gives that impression where it's like you're really, really greasy. Yeah.
Yes, and that goes to the natural line. You had asked Jared a question earlier about where we came up with the fragrances.
Yeah.
Typically, when people correlate fragrances to natural line products, they think of earthier tone scents, like with black soaps and scrubs and things like that. So during our due diligence, when we was going out and doing surveys, talking to gentlemen, asking them, what are some of the problems that you typically have? I know we share a lot, we have a lot of similarities, but specifically, what is it that if you had a product, what would you want to benefit your skin, your hair? How would you want it? And those are one of the things that came up. We would like something that it works on our skin and our hair, but we also want something that smells pretty good, but masculine, not what our girls have been giving us. So the body butter is something that we recommend that you use it coming out of the shower or out of your bath when your pores are open. I know I use it twice a day. So people who have shaved heads or who's lost hair, I should say, like myself, I use it from the top of my head down to my, all over my body, top of my bottom of my feet. It is a great moisturizer. It really is. We've had testimonies from women who've been pregnant. They use it on they apply it to their stomachs during the pregnancy. They're claiming that they alleviate the stretch marks. Yes. So the retailers and the resellers, they men lie, women lie, numbers never do. So we sell a lot of that product. We made it in two sizes. We have the 8 ounce and we have the 3 ounce. And the 3 ounce was made out of necessity because we had people who were traveling who had to discard their 8 ounce because they wouldn't let them take it through the airport. And so we received emails, can you guys please make this in a travel size? So, which is what we did.
Wow, so it's like y'all are just fighting in the battle against ash and stretch marks.
We focus on skincare. We focus on skincare and hair care, but more importantly, we're listening to our audience, our market. Instead of just trying to create something and throw it against the wall and say, well, we hope that sticks, we figure, it's chess with us, not checkers. It's just how we operate. In the long term, we feel that we would do better throughout the market if everybody had an opportunity to be exposed to a natural ingredient product that would benefit their skin and hair.
Okay, so we've covered getting the beard moisturized with your first product, and then we discussed the body butter to get the skin right. You also have another product, too, to help cleanse the beard, right?
Exactly. So that would be our foaming co-wash right here. So a lot of ladies who wear natural hair, you guys already know what co-wash is. We do not, or a lot of us do not. So I'll explain it real quick. Co-wash is a way of cleansing the beard and the hair and skin, but it doesn't dry your skin out. And it doesn't do that because we have oil inside of the gentle cleansers, that is the soap. So that's very important because guys want to detangle their beards. And they think detangling just means snatching a comb through their beard, which is very painful. And an hour after or a pick, and an hour after you do that, you really can't tell that you've done it. So to fix that problem, we have our detangling foaming co-wash. Doesn't dry the beard out, prevents beard drift. This is a term we use a couple of times, dandruff in the beard. So that product has been very good for guys who want to have a full beard without it just being all crinkly and just not presentable. Like we said before, we haven't received any solid grooming advice as men since we've been 10, 11 years old, if that, maybe 5 or 6 years old. Wash behind your ears, brush your teeth. That's all all the advice we've received. So our company also we want to educate guys on what they should do, why they should do it.
The more you're talking about this, I always wonder if men actually have an interest in this aspect of grooming. Women, we'll pick up every single product. If it's a serum, if it's a co-wash, if it's a shampoo, we're all over it. And usually guys, we just assume you don't just throw some water on your face and go out the door, But do you think that men have always had an interest in wanting to upgrade their grooming? It's just a matter of the products not being available?
Yeah, twofold for that. Yeah, there's been an interest now that they know that they're available. Before the interest wasn't as heightened because we didn't have anything. As far as we know, this is the first all-natural complete line for men. It's not a couple of products. We have a complete line for hair and skin. Our beard conditioners, we actually was a little bit ahead of ourselves. This is actually for hair and skin, not just for beards. So if the men are clean shaven, the barbers are using this as a replacement for astringent. Instead of spraying the alcohol, the isopropyl ingredients in those products they use, we have an alternative, a natural alternative, which is a tea tree oil that we infuse inside of the cocoa and the shea butter. That is a disinfectant, it's a healer. So they use it. So instead of using an aftershave lotion that has the isopropyl or something that may burn your skin, they're growing to like this, as so much to say they're going to love it because of the turnover that the barbershops have. But to answer your question, yes, there is a growing interest. Jared and myself, we travel to the barber schools. We go to trade shows. Like we're on our way this next weekend with the CIAA to do a trade show there. The interest is there. The necessity is definitely there for us to have these type of products because, to what you said, throwing water on the face, that's what we know. That's all we have. Either soap in a rag, if you use that, a bathing towel, I should say, or just dousing your face with water. And that was primarily our grooming or cleansing processes. But now we are, 21st century. We have a lot of things now for men that were available for women throughout the years, but it's our time now.
That's awesome. And so from co-wash and being able to cleanse the beard, detangle it, you also have another product that you're coming out with as well that's going to be integral to helping men keep their faces smooth and keep their beards right? Tell me a little bit about your newest product.
So our newest product, I'm very excited about it because it is solving a huge problem, and that problem is folliculitis or razor bumps, or as some people call it, crunchy neck. So,
we didn't call it that.
I didn't make it up. Jason didn't make it up.
Like we didn't say beard drift. Those
yeah,
things are already coined.
Yeah. But some barbers, I explained the product to them. I'll take this to a barber shop. This is our razor bump solution.
Okay. And
the barber here look at me and say, "Oh, you mean crunchy neck?" Okay. All right.
I just broke my spirit hearing that. Like, that's terrible.
But all jokes aside, this is a great product. Still keeping in the line of natural ingredients, and it doesn't burn, which I like the most when I use it. So this is going to help not just the extreme condition of having a lot of bumps on the neck, but after you shave or you go to the barber shop and you see a couple of ingrown hairs, you would go ahead, pick up our bump solution, spray it on a cotton ball, rub that area, treat that area, use it a couple times a day, and it'll greatly help alleviate those ingrown hairs, or to go back to the scientific term, folliculitis. So that will work very well. It's a system with the rest of the products. So if you get a haircut, go ahead and use this the bump control solution. And then we have the foam and co-wash to wash the beard. Go ahead and after you wash the beard, you wash that out. You have the conditioners that you leave in. So we just have a whole system for guys to care and groom for themselves. But we're very excited about that.
Very excited.
That bump control solution.
I mean, it's funny that you mentioned that because there are products out there that claim that they can, at the minimum, I guess, treat razor bumps. But I know so many guys who still feel like they tried everything and nothing is working. But you're saying that with this product, they can pretty much spray it on their face, treat it a couple times a day, and that's going to help get rid of it completely?
Well, no. What I'm going to tell you is nothing beats technique when you shave. So, like I said, we have a YouTube channel, and we're going to start uploading more videos, educational videos. Nothing is going to beat a bad shaving technique. So if you shave too close, if you shave with a multi-blade razor, that's not really beneficial to our skin. I don't really like I'm not going to name any specific brands, but there's no reason why you need 6 razors in one razor. You're making 6 passes over your skin in the same area. And if you swipe twice, that's 12. You swipe 3 times. So that's irritating the skin. So I would really recommend for somebody that always gets those bumps on it, stop doing what you've been doing because it's not working. I know that may sound obvious, but I've given that advice to many people, and I could see them think, oh, okay, yeah, maybe I will. So I said, well, stop going to the same barber, stop using that same razor, and really work on your technique when it comes to shaving. That's not going to fix a very, very close shave. That's not going to fix you getting razor burn in the first place. So after you sort of educated yourself on how to shave, and the solution to not using that multiple pass razor is to maybe switch to some clippers, not really the line-up clippers, something that just gets it very, very close on the lowest setting, but not necessarily like T-edgers or anything like that. But get it close as you can without cutting into the skin, without scarring the skin. So doesn't fix the technique. Technique is what's going to help you the most. And then if you want to get very, very deep into it, since people are more woke these days and conscious, it's your diet. Drink more water. Don't drink a whole fifth of alcohol over the weekend. So,
but it's the best product on it's the best product on the market. It is, and it's going to help to alleviate those issues that we have underneath our neck, as well as the bumps on the back of gentlemen's neck. That has been a problem, especially within our community for years, and it's due to, as Jared, the point that he made, from improper shaving techniques, also going to barbershops, being exposed to unsanitized clippers and some of their practices that they use. And so not only are we traveling to educate our men, but we also go and talk to these barbers in the schools and talk to them about some of the techniques that they're learning in school. Try this as an alternative, as well as coupling it with our products and the treatments that you use. So that alone is going to help any man who's been suffering with that, no matter how extensive or how long they've had it. It's going to help them immediately.
Well, gentlemen, I know that people who are watching this are probably getting really excited at the idea of your line. If I'm going to try it out, where can they find your products?
First, they can go online. Our online store address is respected-roots.com. That's www.respected-roots.com. They also can find us in a lot of beauty retail stores, as well as barbershops throughout 30 states. And we are currently working some deals to go overseas for distribution. So you can almost find us anywhere.
Oh, so you guys are everywhere. So,
from a city near you.
And what about your social media? Where can we find you at?
Social media platform is Respected Roots. All of them, from IG to LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook is Respected Roots.
Well, thank you so much guys for stopping by today. I'm really excited about your products, and I'm going to have to get some for my husband and my brother-in-law for sure.
Thank you.
And thanks so much for watching. This is OTC Beauty Magazine. Take care.